Can't run with no, cause the money's not stopping. You can tell by the watch piece. They either lacking funds or missing the moxie. They want talk about pain. I'm a boss, they can't dot me. They got accustomed to ice. I might start playing hockey around it. Tell me about what they got me, know they've been riding the wave. Now they getting choppy, all they talk about dripping, think you clean, boy you sloppy. All I do is go get it, I need to get me a hobby. Pocket full of crazies, won't get on my zombie. All night, told her she don't have to hurry now. How we clean it, came with 2 dimes, how I'm up above 30. No, I'll never find a time I have my, that's an assist, that's an assist. Break a record, John Stockton with the dish. That's an assist, that's an assist. Keep it like step and don't miss all night. Told her she don't have to hurry now. How we clean it. Came with 2 dimes, how I'm up above 30. No, I never find a time I have my, not with the, came a long way for some, when they got it clean, only now I want some more. She ain't had to.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove? I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the.
Yeah, okay. Haters talk me being down like I ain't rose yet. Flights from Paris to LA on a Rolls jet. Price the lifestyle, first class, that's a whole check. Let her play the music for some.
A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room, hoping to put on a show for their fans here tonight. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The bronze likeness of Lakers great Magic Johnson that can be found just outside the front door of our location today, the Staples Center. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brent Bear. And from the sideline, David Aldridge. Hey, David.
Well, Kyrie Irving rediscovered his maternal lineage with the White Mountain family of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. He lost his mother at a young age, and by connecting with her roots, he's found a piece of himself. The tribe gave him the name Little Mountain. Kevin?
Great story, D.A. Thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They got Silk. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Skinny in at the 2 guard. And for the Clippers, they're down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. And it's Dimes in at the 3 spot. The starting gate, opening night in the NBA, Brent. What are you most looking forward to?
I just like to see who it is that, in terms of their competitive spirit right now, is coming out of training camp hungry. Let's see in the next couple of weeks which team jumps out and which coaching staffs have done a great job preparing their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can't fall off, Kevin, that talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm, but coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams and teams that have made changes? What are they playing like?
What's their chemistry?
Let's find out how they're going to play this year.
So it's Brooklyn now. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. And pushing it out, here's Los Angeles. Gets to the corner and buries it. Dimes got the game going here with the first basket for the Clippers.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses. That's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release. Give him an adjustment on the layup.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Here's Irving. Clippers able to drain the 3. Great D that time from Harrell.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
What's up?
Outing for the Clippers. They won that game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Beverly against Irving. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Now here's Harrell. 14 points from him the last game against Golden State. Oh, he launched that one from way outside. Dime's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Clippers. Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell. He's powerful, great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul. Outside Jordan. To the middle. Here's Silk. And he makes good on the layup. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring the team. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to the Warriors in San Francisco. Paul George with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Dimes. The big dunk at the end of the break.
All of that starting right there with the steal by Paul George, illustrating his ability to anticipate that time and a great play on the ball.
Now, here is Irving. And the slam dunk by Irving.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, he settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Athleticism and soft hands, just a couple reasons why Durant is so lethal rolling off the screen.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 7. They're getting their first look at the season at the Nets in this one.
And their series last year was a bit of a comparison between the two conferences. Both were in the middle of the pack.
Here's Silk. Skinny the pass to Katie. And Katie throws it down.
No better way to fire up your teammates. Durant showing good athleticism on the Monster Jam.
Now the pass to Leonard. Good, nice job down low.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
To the paint, deflects the pass, and it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Shots good by Durant.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
A superstar summer break for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through them.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Temple's checked in. Here's Durant. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
From 18 feet away. And it's Leonard missing.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
sure they were hoping for better than that.
And the all-star Kevin Durant, a slender, quick-footed forward, he's added a bit of physicality and defensive presence to his game the last couple of years.
Torian Prince, he's checked in for Brooklyn, and it's Leonard missing.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very serious.
The Nets have not yet made a free throw in the game, all 2 so far. Durant nails both of them. We come back right after this. And this team has shown their toughness and determination, and Kyrie Irving talks about what he's and his teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are, and when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right, and knowing that these guys have my back.
They certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All queued up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers, we've got Williams. Dimes is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the shooting guard. Now here's Jordan. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Durant. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Anticipating the contact there and toughness through that play, Durant is not afraid to attack the defense.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets in a foul. See the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing them.
The Clippers shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. Durant just inside the line. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Nets trail by 6. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Omlet.
Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do at the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you.
Well, there's so much of what Paul George brings to the table. You have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Now, here's Durant. 14 points for him.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Kevin Durant with the rebound.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Passes to Irving. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Kyrie's so awesome at finding ways to get to the free throw line. Not afraid to get hit on his way up.
No good on the second free throw. Clippers leading by 6. Down low. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. 18 points for Dimes.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Irving drives in. Misses from close range. Clippers have gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a quick pass.
The Clippers have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Now here's Irving. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And now let's take a look at Kawhi Leonard. Coming off a terrific season. He was around 26 points a game last year. 7 rebounds and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Now here's Leonard. 23 points for him the last game against Golden State.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Here's Irving. Paul George making his last shot. Irving with it. And the slam dunk by Irving.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
I'd like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Clippers now. Zubac, the pass to Leonard. Nobody near Williams. Good on the three-point shot. And the Clippers lead by 12.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
It's Durant on the way. He's got 14. Prince misses.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
There's a minute 40 left in the first half. Irving. The shot misses.
Well, his shots aren't dropping. They haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
The game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Here's Silk. Back to Durant. Looking to end the run. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Durant's got 17 now.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, Hot Man is going for the jumper.
From deep three-point range. The shot that time, not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And that one's good. Leonard.
I did it for myself. Hey, when y'all gonna leave me alone? Send out and quit by the head and get out of bed. GG's on with a flex up for. How long is y'all gonna keep yelling your next up for? Had to rock on reflux, the drop on beat. One to check to cover everything I wrecked on tour with a big old blind. State your crime, a fake guy with a deep blind. Still, I pay no mind, even pay every text back like a great good sign with a pop unattended, pop independent. Mom chain pot, got my pop independent. The pop play tops and the top for the bench. Got the population pop with a pop of opinions. Little. If I could change the day, they say mistakes a little faster. To that crowd, I need room in here. That I'm rooming here to the rooms are clear. Using this, inside this photo booth and send them souvenirs. On a 3 white tee, I hit the get a 3x3. Let a black and giant hit that key like me. Distract the team before I hit that door for something. I need a job, I need a rise, and I need patience. My priority needs straight. Still ain't hand on my card, no. Still ain't cancel my card, no. Should be fans about our rules, chalk those, and I do all that tomorrow. I wanna know I need you. I wanna know I need you. I wanna got the beat. I want it. I can't say all the mercy, all the luxury purchase. Told me I'm overlooked and my wants and needs shouldn't hurt me. I said, slow down. I got 21 patience, 21 players. Oh, now.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche and Beyond, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Olajuwon is out there with Parrish. Then it's Ewing. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Nowitzki in at the 2. And for the Spurs, they've got Steven Jackson. Robinson is out there with Duncan. Then there's Parker. And it's Bowen in at the 2 spot. And the Spurs start out with the ball. Parker against Oladipo. Takes a 3. Olajuwon grabs the miss. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. Nowitzki outside. They double team Nowitzki. For Bowen. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. On Bruce Bowen. Charlotte shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And so Nowitzki has both of them.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And so here's Charlotte. Oladipo outside to the inside. Stolen by Robinson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back.
The veteran eyes see all. Frenchie with the tremendous look to make that play happen.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Oladipo and the foul on Victor Oladipo. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Spurs.
And you hear it all the time about how they say reaching the top can be the easy part. It's the staying there that's the true challenge. And Vic Oladipo achieved stardom, but has to make his way back after his knee injury in early 2019. And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick. The D had no chance. Now here's Parker. He didn't open his Robinson, and that one's good. Parker. And Oladipo had already dealt with soreness in that right knee. You talked about that. Missing about a month earlier in the season.
And some suggested he came back too soon. say always 20-20, and players want to be out there to help win games. Sometimes teams have to protect them from themselves.
Parker's shot is off. Fast break now for Charlotte. They get the rebound. And the rejection by Jackson. Bowen the pass to Jackson. And it's San Antonio with another.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Now, here is Elijah. Stolen by Robinson. Pushing it up. Here's Bowen. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Oladipo against Parker. Oladipo misses.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that.
And I love the passion that Jackson plays with. Never bashful when it comes to pulling the trigger, and an outstanding two-way player.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Charlotte. Trailing by 2. Here's Russell, and Bill Russell slams it in.
And the relentless nature that is Bill Russell. Always working for the best scoring opportunity. Won't find one better than that.
Now here's Parker. Inside. Here's Duncan. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Oh, Russell in position. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
Rejected by Gasol.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
Shoots from the right block. Gobert can't hit.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
San Antonio trailing here. Double team on Parker. Pass to Duncan. Nice ball from San Antonio. And finished off by Robinson.
Love the show of force there from Robinson. When he's deep inside, it is clear for takeoff.
Parker against Irving. Ball's not loose. Parker with the steal. And the dunk by Parker.
And for Tony at this point, it's less about the speed getting up the court and more about the knowledge of where to go and what to do.
Now here's Gobert. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Parker passes to Bowen. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Stolen away. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Terrific move by Tony. Not always the flashiest ball handler, but extremely effective.
Here's Russell. And Bill Russell slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. 1 second left. Now it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. It's San Antonio up by 3. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
Duncan out there with Robinson. Then it's Tony Parker. Then it's Steven Jackson. And it's Bowen in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second one. Passes it to Parker. Pass to Duncan. Down low. Jackson. And he banks in the layup. Jackson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Spurs.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the deck.
Here's Russell, and he makes the 8-footer. Russell's got 8. Russell's gone 4 for 4 shooting tonight. Here's Parker, and another basket for San Antonio.
And you see the boys there. Parker calmly scans the D, stops and pops.
Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
San Antonio leading by 3.
You know, he stands 6'3", but Donovan Mitchell's 6'11" wingspan more than compensates. He has the tools to be an elite two-way player.
Outside Gasol. Over Robinson. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And look at the physical profile from a world-class athlete.
And it's his aggressiveness for me that puts him over the top. Doesn't shrink from the big moments. He embraces that spotlight.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Here's Crawford, knocks it loose. To the middle, here's Ewing. Robinson with the block.
And there you see why Robinson is the anchor of this defense. Massive wingspan, easily allowing him to turn away shots. Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
To the right side. Parker with no one around. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And the pass to Olajuwon. Nowitzki outside. Charlotte no good that time either.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Charlotte making a switch. Irvin's checked in. There's Crawford with the 3. That's in. And he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
The three-point percentage of Jamal Crawford, he can go hot and cold, but he's always a threat.
Parker inside. Guarded by Crawford. And that one's good. Parker.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Crawford outside. He can't get it to go. And the Spurs going the other way now. This one for 3. Offensive rebound.
I'm not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Here's Olajuwon. David Robinson with the rebound. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside for Jackson. That's good. And so Duncan with the assist. Duncan's got 3 assists tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Crawford's shot is good.
That pull-up jumper is what you think of when it comes to Jamal Crawford.
To the paint. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Unable to